Hello, hockey fans. One day following the end of the Eastern Conference Final, which saw the Florida Panthers advance, we have Game 5 of the Western Conference Final between the Oilers and the Dallas Stars. The series is back in Dallas, but the Oilers are looking to lock up the West and set up a rematch with the Panthers. Did they do it? Oh my goodness. The funnier out the funniest part of this was the Oilers scored 2 goals in as many shots. First 2 shots went in. Pete DeBoer, in his infinite wisdom, decides, let's pull Ottinger. He gave up 2 goals like that, and Ottinger clearly wasn't happy about it. And then just moments later, a minute after it was 2-0, it was 3-0. And Otter's probably looking at the Pete going, I could have done that. And I've read comparisons on Twitter to when Wah got pulled, that it won't be his last game with Montreal. So by that logic, that means Otter's going to the Avs, maybe? But anyway. So yeah, that was the score after 20 minutes, 3-1 in Edmonton's favor. Oh my goodness. Looking good, looking good. So yeah, 4-2. Though it was a 1-goal game, but then you know who, not number 97 for Edmonton, broke away, put it in, made it a 4-2 game. The 2-goal lead was back. So Edmonton entered the third period 20 minutes away from going back to the final. Again, would they do it? It says 6-3. It says final. Dallas' season is kaput. Couldn't happen to a nicer team. Yep, the Oilers finished it off in 5 games. They ousted Dallas for the second straight year, and they needed one less game to do it than last year. Last year they needed 6. This year just 5. And the amazing thing is, this should have been a sweep because Edmonton had game 1 won, but they got to get away from them. So it ended up being a gentleman's sweep. But yeah, Dallas back to the drawing board. Three straight conference final losses for Dallas now. Of course, they lost to Vegas in 23, and of course, each of the last 2 years now, it was Edmonton who knocked them out. As for Mikko Rantanen, those you remember he was getting those goals left and right. He's now gone 8 games. His final 8 games without a goal. My goodness. So yeah, Edmonton's back in. The first time that a Canadian team made it to back-to-back finals since the old '80s Oilers did it with guys named Wayne Gretzky, Yari Curry, Mark Messier, all of them. So this is going to be good. So as a result of this wonderful, wonderful outcome, yes, there they are, the Western Conference champions. And here's the thing. Connor McDavid actually touched the ball. Matter of fact, he picked it up. Yeah. So this is going to be interesting because you got Florida didn't touch the Wales Trophy, but Edmonton touched the Campbell Bowl. Because you all know that's superstition. If you touch the conference trophies, then you're not thinking about the cup. That's what they say. But that's been proven to be debunked. So Edmonton, they're champions of the West yet again. And as a result, we have what should be an amazing sequel. And there it is, folks. With the series ending early, we get to breathe a bit for the next few days. Breathe in, breathe out, and then we'll get ready for one hell of a sequel here. It's the rematch, the Panthers and the Oilers, Part 2. And that's the Stanley Cup Final this year. And the one difference is It's the Oilers with the home ice this year. Last year, it was the Florida Panthers with the home ice. They had a better record than Edmonton. But this year, it's Edmonton with the home ice. And the Oilers will look to avenge last year's defeat. And it was a crazy one, 4-1 the first 3 games of that final. But Edmonton threatened a reverse sweep. They took games 4, 5, and 6. And game 7 was close, but it went the Panthers' way, and Florida hoisted Lloyd Stanley up for the first time in their franchise history. This time, Edmonton has the home ice. The first time that a Canadian team has home ice in the Cup final since 2011, when Vancouver had it. Of course, it didn't work out for the Canucks. So yeah, this is gonna be hell of fun. I think this is gonna top last year. I really do. Oh, another tidbit. This is the first time we're getting a direct rematch. This is the first time we get a direct rematch of a previous year's final in 16 years. Remember, in 2008, it was the Detroit Red Wings and the Pittsburgh Penguins facing off. The Wings beat the Penguins in 08, but they would face each other again in the 09 final. And that time, the Penguins won. Will history repeat itself? Will the Oilers actually avenge that loss from last year and beat the Panthers, or will the Panthers repeat? We will, like I said, we're gonna take a bit of a breath, a few breaths here, because we're gonna relax. We're gonna have some days. We're gonna have a number of days off, and then on Wednesday, the first Wednesday of June, it starts up. Game 1 in Edmonton between the Panthers and Oilers. The Stanley Cup Final will take place on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. The entire Cup Final in the States will air on TNT. It is TNT's turn to air it this year. This is the 4th year of TNT and ESPN's arrangement deal with NHL telecasts, and this year it is Turner's turn. So here in the States, the entire final will air on TNT and simulcast on True TV and a simulcast stream on Max, on HBO Max. So again, Game 1, Panthers, Oilers, Cup Final, Wednesday. It's going to be awesome. So that is my recap of Game 5 in the West. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe. If you want more, if you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And I'll have a few more hockey videos coming up. Of course, I'll do the post-mortem for Carolina and for Dallas. And then I'll preview the Cup Final between now and puck drop on Wednesday. So stay tuned for all of that.